Right, there you go. Yeah, should pick you all up if you.
Because I was now
Look, I've even got a little timer look on it now.
Oh,
Hey?
look at that.
Timer. Right then.
Yeah?
Everyone ready?
We good to go?
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Can we start again? Start again. Yeah, hang on a minute. Not enough beer. Right, here we are. Welcome to another episode of the Amexhour with John and
Steve.
Steve. That was a bit lax.
Sorry, Steve. Sorry, more enthusiasm.
More enthusiasm next time.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. I mean, I fucked it up the first time.
I do apologise.
Steve, I suppose. Yeah, well, here we are again after quite an exciting weekend.
A very exciting weekend, yeah.
And another one on the way.
Yeah.
So, got quite a lot coming up.
We do
We've
indeed,
got
mate.
a few little things to talk about on the old socials. So we might as well jump straight into the socials,
as is customary at our new venue at the wonderful Hairy Dog Brewery. Hey. Go on then.
Yeah.
So
what you got for us, Steve?
A little roundup of the week. So I think we spoke. I think in the last one, obviously we had a break last week for the international break because we all find that a bit
boring.
dull. So we but back into it again. So
even though Dave did a stand-up job of writing little notes when England scored against Wales.
That's true. That was in-friendly, yeah. But we spoke a bit last week about people posting during in-game, which you should never do. You should never post in-game, should you? But people do it every time. So somebody posted, I'm assuming this is just after Voltemada scored the equaliser at the Amex. And he said, 10 minutes ago, I said it's coming, for fuck's sake. And then Trevor, God bless you, Trevor, commented immediately within seconds. He said, was your missus disappointed? I thought it was quite good. On a more serious note, this is from the Brighton & Albion group. So it was, I'll just read it out to you. So Albion fan James Brinnin died 9 years ago today on his second tour of Afghanistan as part of the Brigade Reconnaissance Force of the 7th Armoured Brigade. Jay, much loved, missed and respected by all he met. He was 22 when he died. He'll always be in our thoughts. Some of you might know that the Albion Fan of the Season Awards are named after James Brinnin. His dad's done an awful lot of work for a bereavement charity. So a big shout out to the Brinnin family.
Yeah, I always like that. I like the I do like it. We used to have it a lot. Don't really see it so much now, but Soccer AM used to do a thing about it, where they used to have all the lads that have been posted away when they were in Afghanistan and things like that, and they're all in their, they're in a war zone, but they've still got their
with the kit and the flags,
shirts on, and their Brighton shirts, and they've got their flags and stuff laden all over tanks and things. I really like. I don't know what it is about that, but it kind of brings it all home to you a little bit, doesn't it?
It does, and it's that little
makes it more human.
It's that little piece of
see stuff on the
home.
News. Yeah, you see stuff on the news, and you're watching it, and it's all very distressing. But it just shows you how human everybody is out there. It's not just
little human touch. I agree.
Flinging people out there to die. They're actual people. And
Yeah.
You know, so yeah,
Exactly.
I do like that sort of stuff. What else you got for us then?
This is one that caught my eye. It's not. This isn't a Brighton one, but this is obviously close on the heels of Russell Martin's sacking from Rangers. Obviously, they've been on a very poor run. So I don't know who they were playing here, but it was on the Wado Bible, and the Rangers fans have got a banner up, and it just says, "No more buses to hide on, no more managers to hide behind. Face your failures like men. Face your failures like men." And it's like, oh, there's a lot.
Stern, isn't it? This isn't like a little banner. This is like three banners laid out about 20 people each row.
Yeah.
It's madness.
And there's a slight hint of menace behind it, but not a lot. It's more like, you know, we're not angry, we're disappointed. And it's like, which is even worse, isn't it? It's like, oh,
it's like
God.
your mum telling you she's disappointed. Yeah.
Very, very disappointed.
Yeah.
So
a wag of the finger.
Did you enjoy that? I think it was because Hearts are now top, aren't they? They're beaten. Yeah.
I was listening on Five Live, just saying that was at the end of the old firm, because obviously Hearts are now starting to be quite prevalent in the league.
Yes.
Is it going to break up the duo or the duopoly that is the Scottish Premier League?
That's it. I mean, and this obviously Tony Bloom is now an investor in Hearts, and they've done some kind of deal there, and that was his whole aim. I think was, you know, it wasn't about any financial gain really. He said, I want to break up the monopoly of the top two, and he's doing
Seems to be doing a good job of it so far.
Yeah.
Good old Tony Bloom.
Now I've got one more here. I've got two more actually, but I'll start with this one. So this is from North Stand Chat, and this is for the benefit of you guys and everyone watching. Hopefully there'll be some people watching. Is a close-up of the Newcastle fans after Danny Welbeck's opener on Saturday, and it just said some wonderful reactions from the travelling Newcastle fans to Danny Welbeck's opener. Some even seem to be predicting that he'd score a second.
I mean, there's quite a few. There's not just one or two. There's about 20 behind him.
Yeah, there were some other predictions as well. About what people might do when they get home. I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe their wives are out. Maybe their wives have gone out shopping, and and the kids are at school, and they've got a day off work. And they're thinking, well, the missus has told me she wants me to put the washing on and hoover the carpet. Maybe I'll just get that out of the way first.
Just a quick one. And my final one this week is from the North Stand Chat forum, and I was wondering whether maybe De Zerbi has joined North Stand Chat. He might, because the title is Big Balls, which was obviously a phrase that our ex-manager enjoyed quite a lot. And it just says, but leading us into talking about the game at the weekend, it just says, under Fab, we've often been a very soft touch. The clean sheet record, or lack of, points dropped from winning positions, condenses the point neatly. But I thought against Newcastle, we had hot blood and big balls. It's definitely De Zerbi, isn't it?
Definitely deserving.
Would have been So it would have been very easy to collapse after the equaliser, but we were throwing ourselves in front of everything, hoping for a change in momentum. Saw us get 3 points when it looked like we were likely to draw or possibly lose the game. Iari blocked a certain goal. The boys were throwing themselves in front of everything. Very proud of them to win ugly like that, because on another day, without the extra bit of luck and fight, we'd have had nothing. Delighted with the 3 points. And I thought that kind of summed up the weekend's game nicely, because it was, for me, a more complete performance in that respect. We've all been there so many times where you concede that goal, and it was a brilliant goal, to be fair, from Voltemade. It was, couldn't goal, wasn't it? Oh my God! I mean, you can't stop that.
I thought
we crumbled in those situations.
We were right on that line, and as soon as that ball went to him, I thought that he's got no chance. He's got a defender in front of him, and then he's got the keeper there. There's no way he's going to score this.
Yeah.
And before I could finish laughing, and then this little dink.
It was a pretty special goal.
Pretty cool.
But I was supporter, avid supporter, and then just jump in there.
Of course.
I think we've found an absolute gem. I think
I agree.
Isak, you know, prima donna.
Yeah.
You know, the way he behaved, absolutely, absolutely appalling.
I've heard Liverpool are trying.
And he already seems to understand the Newcastle mentality.
Yes.
He's thrown himself on it.
Yeah.
And I think under Eddie Howe he'll turn out to be absolute.
I've heard
His goal scoring
that.
record is fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard Liverpool are trying to find the receipt for Isak's get a refund.
Well,
send him back. We don't want him.
Yet to open his account for Liverpool,
Yeah.
and
Isak thought he was going to take Jacob Murphy with him, I think.
yeah,
Provided 20 of his.
yeah, exactly.
Stunning win though. I've got to say,
It was a great win. We did it. You know, the hard way, but we dug in. You know, that for me, that I don't know if you. It wasn't on the highlights. I think on Match of the Day. I didn't see it anyway. But there was something towards the end of the. We scored the winner in the 84th minute. But there was a moment. It might have been 90th minute. It might have been injury time where there was a Newcastle break, and the ball goes up the pitch, and Lewis Dunk's quite away from the play. And the Newcastle guy is going to be away. And Dunk, oh my, I've never seen him cover the ground so quickly. And he comes in, takes the ball, takes the player and the ball, takes another player out of the game. He's just like, mate, that's worth a goal.
Yeah,
that challenge.
definitely.
That is, like, it was just, that encapsulated for me the spirit on the day.
Yeah, if I was gonna, normally I'd give Dunk a bit of shit, but if I was gonna pick players out, Minte again was. I'd love to. I could keep saying this, but I would love to see. You know, they get that little like thing that they have to put on the chest, then it records all their movement.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Mintes. I don't know if there's a website you can go on that you can find out what they are, because the amount of ground that lad covers is astonishing.
Yeah.
Why is it Brighton always seem to produce one of their best performances ever of the season? When you play Newcastle,
I think it's top teams.
True. It's true.
Yeah.
It does seem to work that way. I agree, and you know,
I've got to say that me personally, and my son's noticed this as well. And we've looked into this as well. So we have actually looked through the seasons. Right. If you look at the top teams, Brighton usually do pretty good against them. You get the odd loss there, but more draws and more wins than most.
Yeah,
from a mid-table club. And sorry, Brighton, you are a mid-table club. But
at the moment,
they do seem to.
Not even November yet, John.
They do seem to lose. They do seem to lose against the lower teams more often than not.
We definitely struggle to break down those teams.
It's almost like there's a little bit of, I wouldn't say arrogance, because there's a lot of fighting, but they do seem to sort of save themselves for top half teams.
I think
if you picked up as many points, even against the lower teams that you should be beating, you'd be in Europe every single
the Champions League places. Yeah. And for me, I think it's a little bit
madness that you go out and beat Arsenal when they're flying, or beat Liverpool when they're about to be crowned champions, or Man United when they think that they're flying and you smash them 4-0, and I think they've only won once since then, and you've got them in the next game.
Yes.
It's just for me. And Kieran says it as well. My lad says it all the time. When you're going up against Wolves or Ipswich or whoever's down the bottom fighting for their lives, Kieran will go, "Well, what's the point? Well, we're not going to get anything from this one." And I go, "Why?" And he'll go straight away, "Brighton don't win against small teams."
It's true.
It generally does tend to be the case. I think it's a mix of mentality a little bit, maybe, because that maybe they're not quite as up there as they are against the top teams, but it's also a tactical thing, I think, because we'll play against the top teams. They're going to come at you. The top teams will come at you, and it suits us to play against those sides.
Look at when you've got players like Welbeck, Milner. I know I give Milner stick because he's 48 now.
74.
Yeah, something like that. I give him stick, but when you've got players that are playing in your team that are Champions League winners, that are Premier League winners, that are European winners, that are FA Cup winners, I mean, literally the list goes on and on. Especially with Danny Welbeck, the list of what he's accomplished in his career. Yeah, he's never been better than he has been at Brighton.
No, I mean, look
he's
at
the best now in his late 30s.
His goal scoring record in his 30s. In comparison,
something's just clicked.
Yeah, superb.
Yeah, so very, very good on that. I thought just looking at some of the other games as well. Sunderland. Because we've got a Sunderland fan in the audience.
Going 2-2.
Yeah. Against. Do you know what? Do you know what? I became a massive Sunderland fan for some reason. I don't know why, being a West Brom fan and Sunderland playing the Dingles. I mean, it can't be hard beating people with 11 toes, but look, the fact of the matter is it was there. Great win, I thought, for Sunderland. Another team. I give Wolves shit, but the fact of the matter is they've been in the Premier League for a good time now, and they're having a bad season this season, but in general they're sort of like a bit there, a bit not there, but
they're
the fact of the matter is they've been up and down out the Premier League for a long time now, and I thought that was a really good win. City again against Everton. He's back, and he
just got it done, didn't they? And Mr. Haaland is. I
mean, he had. I wouldn't say he had a poor season last season, but when the season before, when people were saying, "Oh, he's going to be the best striker," I was just like, "Oh, shut up, you fucking City fans! Honestly, you paid for every trophy you've got, and now you're going on about Haaland." But I'm telling you, he's started off
back
what
to
a
his
start this season. He's had
peak, his best.
Another 2 goals. Again against Everton, and they're not a poor side this season.
Everton have been decent, I think. Under Moyes.
Been good.
Grealish has been fantastic for them as well.
I was so happy he left City. So happy.
He's got more freedom to play there. Where at City.
Yes.
They've
given him more of a free role.
Yeah,
and he's just drifted into the space, which is what he does so well.
2 games back, he was on fire.
Incredible.
He went from Villa to when he left Villa and he went to City, and that was kind of when at the same time he was getting called more into the England squad. What he was doing at City was still Jack Grealish, but then he just got. It was almost like you're not allowed to be you under Pep. You've got to be. You've got to be Pep's Jack Grealish, and that never really suited him.
No.
So I think really happy for him. Really happy. I think he's gonna. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be back in the England squad.
I would love to see him back in the England squad because he offers something a bit different to what anyone else has got. Because he's that type, the type of player that doesn't exist so much these days, like the Gascoignes, of the world. He's a little bit of a maverick. Give him a free role, he'll hurt teams. He won't necessarily follow exactly the tactical system that you want. But he'll get you goals and assists every single week.
He's not a total muppet when he gets interviewed either. He's got it's his personality. He doesn't he's not just like, oh yeah, well it was tight the last end of the game, and really excited about the win.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Cheers, bye.
He's not quite the media trained footballer, is he?
Yeah, he's got a bit of personality about him, which I've always liked, and I know that. England fans have always loved it. But every time he got brought on during the Euros, it lifted the crowd. Just as soon as he came on, the noise level went up. Everything went up because he brings that certain amount of excitement. So I thought that was really good. Really happy for him. But bad result. But against City, and like I said, Haaland's on form again now.
Exactly.
Got to mention the Liverpool won United
I
2.
know.
United's
I know.
greatest, United's best striker in the last for the last 5 years is one of their defenders that they wanted to get rid of.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Slabhead.
That is funny shit. That isn't it. So a player that the fans were begging to be sold. That when he was supposed to go to West Ham and that fell through, held banners up in the fucking right, literally like caned him, and he's been one of their best scorers for the last fucking at least 3 years, isn't it?
And
I'm not saying he scores a lot of goals because he's a defender,
scores
but the
important
goals he scores, fucking hell,
he scores important goals.
He scores the important goals.
On that goal where he was completely unmarked. There was 3 at the back.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's going on with the setup with Liverpool?
Yeah.
And you can hear the Liverpool fans with 5 Live kicking off, saying what's going on.
Yeah.
It's
madness. They're not happy, and it's
I loved it. Do you know what?
It's difficult to pinpoint what's changed for them.
Just because of England, not United or whatever, but just because of England and just because of the way he is, I fucking love Harry Maguire. Just the absolute pig-headedness of that man to be almost unanimously hated by the club that he plays for, and to go, no, bollocks to you lot. I'll fucking, I'll
show you.
Yeah, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was that. I mean, you with a lot of players, you would say that it was the money, but I don't think it was ever the money with him. I honestly think he is literally just so pig-headed and so like archetype England like player that he just went, no, bollocks to you lot, stick it up your arse, I'll fucking show you.
That whole team won and leading up to that year.
And I think
he was. He's had a bit of a renaissance because he had some real down moments, didn't he? I think there was a time at United where didn't he try and lead the team out like the wrong side? Did you remember that?
Yeah,
from Old Trafford when he was captain. But obviously you line up one team that side, one team that side, and someone had to tell him. And there's footage of it in the tunnel. And they're going, Harry, no, that side. It's like that's a real down moment, isn't it? When you're the captain of Manchester United and you don't even know which fucking side to go on the tunnel.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that just goes to show that why would I care? I'm only about the football. Who gives a shit what fucking side I've got to walk out? That's the sort of stuff I love about Harry Maguire. The stuff that he just comes. I mean, literally, you could the important goals that he's scored for United that I just love him. I think he's great. And another winner scored with literally slab head,
with the biggest head in football, certainly British football,
with that wide massive fucking head you can't miss with a ball. But it's just that it's that thing of like he knows where to be.
Yeah.
We were talking about it not long ago about the football nowadays and the way it's changed. About just stick to the basics, and Harry Maguire sticks to the basics. Take him out, get that ball out, get that ball up, keep everything calm, and then smack one in with your head from a corner. You can't get better than that. That's what a centre back's supposed to do.
It was good, and United,
so I like that.
And United did. They played the right. Liverpool had their chances, and they missed a few, didn't they? But United took their chances. They absorbed the pressure. They played a low block, which Liverpool did not like. They didn't like it.
Yeah, you could say that about Newcastle there against Brighton. That they had more chances. They had the better chances, but they didn't take them. So
yeah, agreed.
Stick it up your arse. You lost 2-1. I'll just put it out there.
Apart from the fact his head's too shiny.
Yeah, well, they are.
I think he was lucky last season. It was a great team. Didn't do anything with it. They carried on playing great. They won't win the league this year. Man City will win the league.
No.
Man City. No, I don't think. I think Arsenal.
I think City or Arsenal.
Arsenal got
I don't think. Yeah, I don't.
Another good win. Another good win against Fulham.
I mean, you're up there.
You're up there. Another good win against Fulham. Another-
Arteta hasn't got it either.
we got
He does
got
tend
Ars-
to bottle at the end of the season,
Yeah.
doesn't he? Let's be honest.
But
So
look, another good win against Fulham. Right, they
they
can.
did the job, didn't they?
There's no
the
massive
job, it was
score
like-
lines, but they keep just arcing out these. You know, I mean, look at the unbeatables when they did it. You know, 1-0s, 1-0s,
Yeah.
1-0s, 1-0. They just kept eking out. You know, 3 points a game, and that's what it counts. I mean, they did shite in Europe that year, so why they call them the unbeatables, I don't know, because they got battered in Europe, battered in the FA, knocked out the FA Cup.
It's true.
But Premier League wise, I don't know. I think they've got some goal scorers.
I wouldn't bet against them this
Defensively,
year.
Arsenal are pretty solid, and they've taken that from last year. But this
They
year
are,
they've
yeah.
got a couple of goal scorers. So people seem
Yeah.
to be putting the ball in the net. So happy with that. Then what we've got is
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean they're the biggest ones, obviously. Just to finish on Forest losing 3-0 to Chelsea at home.
Big Ange cut a very dejected figure, didn't he?
I
In
mean,
the sense that he was. I've never seen someone clap so half-heartedly. It was almost like everyone was booing him,
You know
and he
when-
was in the. I always felt sorry for him. He was in the centre circle. And
Yeah.
he was clapping. He was kind of like, I don't want to look at anyone. I don't want to look at anyone. I'm getting sacked in 15 minutes. And
You know when you go and watch like a really poor performance and like someone claps and then like three other people and there's like this
slow hand clap, the hand clap of death.
that's
Doom.
kind of like
Clap him off because we'll never
Yeah.
see him again.
yeah, basically I think that's what it was. But I mean the owner, you already got a manager in line and already in the
Sacked him.
position. Already sacked him. He hasn't even started yet. He hasn't even started yet, and there's already memes out there about him being sacked. But
Sean Dyche's the answer to your problem. You know what you're worried about.
Dyche, look,
Exactly, because
bring back Big
Dyche is like he's like the new Sam Allardyce, isn't he?
Yeah,
If Dyche
Dyche
comes
goes
in,
in.
you go, oh, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
I mean, you'll keep them up, but that's where they're at.
That's it. Yeah,
I
exactly.
think-
But, from last season, that's how can they go from
They overperformed last season.
Yeah. from finishing
think
second in the
that,
table and getting into Europe and to
And
that.
he's got links to Forest. He's I would assume he's just going to settle the boat until they find someone else.
Well, they're looking at Mancini, but Mancini, the rapport that he has with players and teams is horrendous, even though he's made to
Yes.
be
Yeah.
amazing as a winner of so many cups. But his actual reality of working with him is brutal.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen that about him. Yeah.
Right, so that's the that's all that sort of stuff on that.
That's our
I mean, there's
little,
been some
little,
goals.
little roundup. There's been
There's
some,
been some
mate,
goals.
There's been some
We've put a little compilation of bangers.
goals.
So we're going to play the bangers, and we'll be back in a minute. Right, well, there was your bangers. That's your goals of the week. We've got a couple of other people here today. So what we thought we'd do is, oh, here you go. Look, I'm getting bought a pint there. Thank you very much. That's lovely.
Look at
Thank you very much. That
Beautiful.
was Tina, the barmaid, just bringing me another pint.
Hairy arms.
Yeah, the hairy arms and the rough hands of Tina, the barmaid. There you go.
Tina.
Yeah. So,
Right, Tina.
so we were going to do a thing this week called we're going to do it, but there isn't any females here.
No,
but we're gonna do
we
soccer
got no
moms.
soccer mums here,
So
so
we're not soccer
we'll
mums, so
have
we'll-
to save that
We're going to save that
for
one.
another episode.
We're going to save soccer moms for another episode.
Yes.
But while we've got everyone here, Has anyone got a good? I was looking at a thing online, and they were talking about. There were basically two people, and they got mouthfuls of water, and one has to tell like a dad joke, and then but you can't laugh and spit the water out in people's faces. Which I thought was really funny. So this might be something we do in the future.
It's a new feature.
A new feature, but we'll test it out. But I thought it was quite funny. I thought actually it was fucking hilarious, to be honest. Someone told me, I was talking to someone online about it, and they said that it was something that one of the DJs from Radio 1 used to do, and he used to get like famous people.
Sounds like a Chris Moyles thing.
Oh, I don't think it was Chris Moyles. I think it was one after Chris Moyles.
Oh, after that.
Yeah, after Chris Moyles. But yeah, basically they'd sit facing each other on two chairs, and one of them has to drink, and then the other one tells a joke, and then you have to not laugh by spitting the water out. But I thought, anyway, it's something we might do. We'll see what happens.
Just a little preview to the future there.
Preview into the weeks ahead. Talking about the weeks ahead,
we've got a big week
because Brighton have got Man United.
We have United away.
Which
doesn't fill you with the same trepidation that it used to back. We've got a pretty good record actually, haven't we, at Old Trafford? Over recent years. I must admit the fact that they won at Liverpool on Sunday. You kind of think, okay, a bit of momentum for United, but I feel like it's a completely different game because United on Sunday they had to sit back. They played a low block and they were very defensive, and they broke and they took their opportunities. The game at Old Trafford at the weekend, completely different.
The Sunderland match, Man United scored 2 tap-in goals, basically. It didn't look like they were going to score a goal at all.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
They did get 2 tap-ins.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to. I think until they get this system right, I think they're going to just have to battle out these. But they seem to be doing it this season where they didn't last season.
They've got a bit more spirit.
That's the issue. I would like to say, I would like to just put this out there, and maybe you could disagree or agree, whichever. But at the time they still had some top players, including one of the best players in the world ever, in Ronaldo.
Mm.
But don't you think that Brighton have been like maybe the switch to their downfall? Because last game of the season at home, beaten 4-0. Then players left. Yeah. Then was it first home game of the season for Brighton, beat them again.
Yeah.
And then teams started to sort of pick out, okay, well, these are the weaknesses. This is where Man United can be beat. And then other teams quickly picked up on that. And
yeah.
I would put it out there that I'm not like, shitting on United and saying Brighton are amazing, but De Zerbi seemed to have picked out a way to beat them.
Yeah.
And a lot of other teams now have kind of taken that on board, and it shows last season because they got terrible results last season. They were awful.
Yeah, they were terrible.
And it's not that they haven't got good players, I don't think, but I just think that they've been found out.
Yeah, well, the system they're playing, the manager's been very, from the moment he went in there, he's insisted on playing exactly the same system as he played at was it Sporting?
Yeah.
And he clearly didn't have the players for it. But now he's had a window, or maybe 2 windows actually, to address that, and he's brought the players in that he wants. And I don't see that much of a change in United. The only thing I see really, I saw on Sunday, is that they seem to be a bit more together. There's a bit more spirit, but tactically, I don't see.
Yeah, but I don't see that they've got. Is it just me, or is it have United just not got the speed to play that type of football? The way that the manager wants them to play, they need they need athleticism. They need speed.
You need pacey
And they
wing
need
backs.
pacey
You
wing
need
backs.
someone in the middle of the
I
park
just don't see they've got
that's
that.
going to drive forward, which is why they wanted Belaber. You know,
Who doesn't?
not going to get him. Not yet.
Well,
Anyway,
not yet.
but,
Probably
you know,
will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think that they're there for the taking still, United, and I've got a hell of a fucking weekend coming up because my eldest son is a Brighton supporter, my youngest son is a Man United
God, yeah,
supporter,
you're in for it.
and these are the games that we
That
literally
will break your family.
They do. It's the reason why the reason why I got Brighton, because being a West Brom supporter, got season tickets at Brighton was because I wanted my son to take my son. My eldest son wasn't even interested in football back then, so I wanted to take Richard to watch Premier League football.
Yeah.
Right. So he supported Man United and I supported West Brom. So we weren't even like we supported Brighton, but we just wanted to. I wanted to take him to stadiums. I wanted him to see what it was like to experience these things.
Go and watch regular football.
And he loved football. Unfortunately, the first game that we went to see, they lost 4-0 to Man United. Man United lost 4-0 to Brighton, and then and then we got the season ticket, and then obviously, like I said, the first home game they lost again, and he just, well, I'm not going to watch them again, and that was it. So then my eldest son, I was like, well, I'll take, do you fancy coming and watching it? He came and watched it, fell in love with Brighton from day one, plus Brighton kept beating United, so he kept having one over his younger brother, which he thought was hilarious.
It's a potent combination, really.
Yeah. But he does not take loss well, my eldest son. In fact, he doesn't take a draw well. If we have like like one of those games where you're getting battered, but you get you get a goal right in the 95th minute, and you get an equaliser, and it feels like a win. So you walk out of the stadium like, yes,
you're still buzzing.
Man City battered us, but we got that last goal. We got him. Kieran walks out, can't believe that. Absolute he cannot even take a draw. So when this stuff happens, it's like a fight. It's a fight on it. Honestly, them two. So I'm not looking forward to this weekend, to be perfectly honest.
You will watch it together.
He won't. So we've got rules.
Explosive.
So when his uncle, cause he supports Man United because his uncle supports Man United, and I support West Brom, and West Brom are shit, and he wanted to. You know what kids are like; they want to support good teams. So, and plus my stepdad was a Man United, so his granddad's a Man United supporter. So that was kind of where it came from, and then. At the time, West Brom were in the Premier League, and it was around when Alex Ferguson, when he retired, and it was that like the last game of the season, just happened to be the last game of the season. His last ever game in charge of Man United was at the Hawthorns, and it was a 5-5 banger of a game. It was 5-5, and it was a banger of a game.
No.
But when we used to watch those games, West Brom at the time, the Hawthorns was a place that most teams didn't want to go to. It was a bit like Sunderland, where you don't want to go there.
He's screaming.
Yeah, because you just got that it was that home game mentality, there was that home pitch mentality, and you just beat teams down, and that's what West Brom did. And we had good managers back then. We did well. We were finishing sort of 10th, 11th, 12th. So we weren't a bad team at the time. But we had a rule. The rule was that you can celebrate the goals. You can't rub it in. And then after the game, we would
none of that on the head.
And then after the game, we would just kind of do the British thing. Oh, well done. Well done. Jolly good. Right now,
this rugby. Good game.
Now, I'll put the kettle on. Right, that was it. Right,
and then go out to the pub.
Right, trying to get a 16 and an 18-year-old to do that isn't as easy as you think, because they both say the thing is, our rule was you could celebrate the goals, but you can't rub it in, right? Simple as that.
Yep. Fair.
So I can jump up at the TV and go yes, but I can't turn around to him and go right. So that's not allowed. So getting a 16 and 18-year-old to actually like stick to that is nearby fucking impossible.
Yeah.
Because even though they say they're going to do it, as soon as one sort of gives slightly, the other one sees that as an opening, and then it's like, yeah, but he said it. Yeah, but he did this. Yeah, but he did that.
Yeah.
And then it's
they sense weakness. It's like animals going in for the kill. It's like I've wounded the animal, and now I'm going to eat it.
Yeah,
that's
exactly what it is. And you can't stop them from doing it, because as a parent, when they were younger, I just used to just go like that, and they used to go, sorry, Dad. But now, you didn't even have to hit them. You just had the threat of being hit was better than, it was enough. And now, Kieran's the same size as me. Richard's a cocky little shit. So if I go, you two pack it in, then they don't. Then actually, it kind of helps them a little bit, because then they gang up on me then, because then it's like, what are you going to do about it? Yeah. So then, and I'm going, I'll give you what for? And Kieran goes, really? Yes, I will, son. They get to a certain age where you can't make those sort of threats anymore. So I guess the only thing is Wi-Fi, isn't it? Turn the Wi-Fi off. An 18 and a 16-year-old
taking your fire stick out.
Lose their fucking mind. What do you mean fire stick? We've got Sky Sports.
Oh yes. Sorry. No. Fire stick. What are they?
What? I don't understand.
Who said that?
I don't understand the thing now. TV we've got. I don't understand that. Anyway, so moving on. Yeah. So hopefully Arsenal beat Palace this weekend.
Hopefully everyone beats Palace every fucking weekend.
Okay, I'll move on. So what, like, Sunderland away? We've got a Sunderland supporter, so away at Chelsea. Flying high, Chelsea at the moment.
It's a tough one, but 1-1. You say 1-1? Yeah, you know what? The way Sunderland started the season, I could see you getting something from the game, because Chelsea at home, they've had a few good away wins. At home, they've stuttered a little bit. I think, the crowd get on their back quite quickly. It's quiet, it's quiet. Stamford Bridge is quiet, and if you make a good start against them, maybe you get the first goal, and the Sunderland fans will be in their numbers. They'll be noisy. I think you'll get something out of it. I do. I think you might get a draw.
Abramovich, is it just me, or is the whole sort of atmosphere around Chelsea changed since Abramovich got booted?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, in the sort of glory days of the Abramovich era, when they were winning titles, obviously you're going to get a good atmosphere because you're winning every week. But Stamford Bridge in its current
in the
format,
Chelsea fans, within the Chelsea fans, do you think it was a certain amount of cockiness, as if to say, like, well, it doesn't matter, Abramovich will buy us a new team?
100% cockiness. Yeah, they've been like that for years.
Yeah, sorry.
It's the same perspective as Man City.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's exactly the same.
When the money was there, they're all like, yeah. As soon as the money's been drawn, you have to play like the rest of us.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, welcome to the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sort of injected with.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we were saying the other week about you've got Chelsea, you've got your Man City, but I put Paris Saint-Germain in there. They're the teams that have bought titles.
Barcelona.
They've been
Barcelona, but
they've been allowed to, haven't they? That's the thing.
Yeah,
but the financial landscape's changed now.
Barcelona and Real Madrid, when you're looking at, I think they're in a separate. I would put them in a separate category, because I would put them as two team leagues.
Well, also the amount of money that they generate as well, under their own steam, because of the fan base, the merchandise.
The Spanish government invested in those two teams as a part of the tourism.
Yeah.
That's where the money just goes.
Yeah.
It's not firm derby in Spain.
Yeah,
same thing.
Completely, yeah.
So, I would say Chelsea fans, fickle lot of Chelsea fans.
Very fickle indeed.
Yeah, I'd say, but I think Sunderland have got. I do think Sunderland have got a chance. I think they've got a chance. I will personally. I would just like to say, who would you say is your kind of like your stonewall defender, the guy that Ballard.
Yeah.
Ballard. Try and get forward, Ballard.
Great
Try and get forward a little bit and just fucking take Cucurella's knees out. Not that. Yeah.
Not that we're bitter.
Or actually, no. Just
We
slide
are.
in. If you could just get it, so you slid in and just with accidentally against his head, so that he ends up having that stupid hair shaved off to get stitches. That'd be great. Thanks very much, Ballard. That's a message out to you. I'll try and
There we go.
I'll
There we
find
go.
your socials. I'll fucking tag you in it. I have no idea how to tag people, really. I mean, I'm supposed to tag Bonnie Blue and all this stuff like that. I could be tagging anybody.
Well, she's 15 minutes late, mate, so I don't think it's not working.
Yeah, well, there you go. So what else we got? Leeds, West Ham, not interested. Newcastle, Fulham.
They will.
Home to Fulham. That should be an easy win for Newcastle.
Should be a routine win.
Should be a routine home win.
Yeah.
After the play on Tuesday night, we can replicate that. Which is
No problem.
Yeah,
I don't think you've got
so.
any issues there.
I think so.
That's it, really. I don't think there's. I think they're pretty basic fixtures this weekend, to be honest. Everton, Spurs at home. I think Everton have got a chance there.
Yeah, difficult one to call.
Spurs have lost the last. Yeah, Spurs they started well and they've won a few.
They've stuttered a bit, haven't they, in recent weeks? But yes, which is a weird thing, though, isn't it? Because it seems not matter who the manager is. You know, they go through a succession of managers, but still the same problems, still the same issues. You know, I don't know, something
It's
about
deeper,
the club.
Yeah, it's deeper. Burnley are going to have to get their injections because they're going to Wolves. make sure they don't catch cholera.
Yeah, good luck with that. And they'll have to drink in the dingy fucking nightclub.
They've got to go to the dingy
They've
nightclub.
got to go to 12 and drink at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the nightclub.
Coming from Burnley, actually,
I
I will say this in response to that. Coming from Burnley and going to Wolves, they'll get to go to the fan zone.
Yeah,
They will.
the fan zone.
They get to go to their fan zone.
Yeah,
But when the game finishes, stupid.
Well, yeah.
The Wolves fan zone is a sort of yellowy orange. I wouldn't even say it's exactly in the club colours. Yellowy orangey.
I've always
close
described-
shipping container. I kid you not. That is the Wolves fan zone.
They describe their colour as golden yellow.
Old gold.
I describe their colour as
old gold, mate. Old gold.
Yeah, I describe their colour as a tin of yellow paint that someone's taken a shit in and then stirred it. That's kind of what the colour is of Wolves, isn't it? Not like West Bromwich Albion. West Bromwich Albion's strong, dark blue and white stripe. Just everything about it. The throstle, the badge, everything about it just sort of seeds. Do you know what I mean? It's like power and trust and love. Everything is all in one. Whereas Wolverhampton Wanderers is like a tin of yellow paint with shit in it that someone's stirred round with a stick. That's how I would describe their colour.
Good old Dingles. I love the fact that you've actually written that as well. Everyone else has got their has got their real names.
So I've put.
But it says Villa City, Arsenal Palace, Dingles.
If you can see, we put on the laptop, so we've got a little timer there just to kind of like allow us to know where we're going, so we don't like run over on stuff and chat too much bollocks about things. And then I write like a little list of the fixtures and the scores, and then so you'll get down and it'll say Dingles versus Burnley, and everyone else is Everton, Spurs, and Arsenal. That's what he's talking about. But yeah, because that's what they are, aren't they? Dingle Wanderers.
Love it.
Yes.
If it had gone well for Bournemouth this weekend, do you think we'd be talking more about them?
I mean, they're
having a pretty good season at the moment.
They've had a fantastic start to the season. They've had a fantastic start
in the league.
Yeah.
If they have not lost, or they've lost,
Yes,
drew.
but drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was it was a last minute penalty, wasn't it? It was they were very close to winning the game again. And for me, they're the surprise package of the season because they lost half their team in the summer. Let's be honest, they sold £200 million worth of players, and everyone thought, myself included, thought they might struggle. They could be right down there. My God, they're the opposite.
Look,
they're Forest last season, but better.
Look, let's face it. You'll have some anomalies.
Anomalies.
Yeah, I'll say it again. Anomalies.
Thanks
very much. So you'll have your Leicesters, that win the league. You've got Forest who got back into the European football and all the rest of it. But to be put, I get what you're saying about Bournemouth. To me, at the moment, they're picking up points for the end of the season. It just makes sure that what they're doing now just makes sure that later on in the season, when they do start losing games, they're not in any trouble. I cannot see that team keeping this up for a whole season.
I can't. I'm not saying they're going to get Champions League.
Forest
they'll be top 10.
Forest were a thing where you just went, fucking hell. Like they keep doing it. And,
they were juggling.
And Leicester, when they won the league, but it was like, I remember just before Christmas, and they were talking about it on Match of the Day, and you're going, they can't keep it up. And then it got after Christmas, and they can't keep it up.
I think
and then it got 5 games from the end of the season, and people were going, maybe they can keep this up. But it took that time. It took a whole season. That no one actually spoke. Yeah. I mean, obviously you've got your outliers, but no one was talking about Leicester actually winning the Premier League until like 4 or 5 games from the end of the season, and you're going, they're still there. I think still doing it.
I think even Lineker cashed out.
Well, Lineker made it, but he made a bet. Yeah, Lineker he even said, if they win the league, I'll do Match of the Day in my underpants. So even he didn't believe it.
Yeah.
And yet they did it. So there's always those outliers, but I've got to say, look, I'm not knocking Bournemouth and the fans, but you're picking up points for the end of the season to make sure that you're not down at the bottom.
They're definitely them and I would say Sunderland are the surprise packages so far.
I think Sunderland, what we were talking about last week, I think Sunderland they're just sticking to the basics of football. They're not trying to be anything special in the Premier League. They've taken what they did in the Championship, they've adapted it to how they need to in the Premier League to just cuss out a win. Just the next one, and it'll get to the point where they hit that 40 point mark. You've got no chance of going down. You'll be well away from the drop zone, and then you can start concentrating on what's going to happen the next season, who you're going to bring in, where you need to bring in.
That's what it's about.
There's the small things you need to change.
That's what it's about.
Keeper, maybe. No. Keeper's decent, but not too bad. But maybe. Yeah.
There you go.
maybe like little bits like that you can, just change. Yeah, go on.
So it sort of leads on to who do you think's going to go down 10 games in?
10 games in.
Well, near enough.
Yeah. Which is, you can start to talk about that. I think 10 games in, you can see the pattern. Yeah, I agree.
Wolves. I think
head versus heart there, or
I'd love it. I'd love, because West Brom we've had a good start to the season, and we were 4th, but now we're 10th in 1 game. I mean, that's how close the Championship is, especially at the start of the season.
The Premier League's not that much different, really. Yeah, look at
but if we came up, I'd like to have at least a season or 2 to beat Wolves, to play it. you know, because it is that thing that I'd like. It's a weird situation because if West Brom came up and Wolves went down, that would be fantastic because you get to watch, you get to wave as you go past them, right?
But it's a missed opportunity, though, isn't it?
If West Brom come up and play in the Premier League and Wolves are in the Premier League, even better.
Yeah.
Right? If West Brom stay where they are and they don't make it up and Wolves come down, even better.
Yeah.
Because we get to play them in the championship. So it doesn't. So there's three scenarios that you know you'd want to see. But then the other one is they stay up and we stay where we are, and then that's boring again.
I think Wolves.
I'd really love that. I do love that.
I think Wolves are well, as it stands at the moment, I would definitely see them going down, and I think West Ham. I mean, God, they how poor are West Ham?
Wolves need to get Derek Dubin back again.
And West Ham away, and this weekend as well. This just lost the last game, and then West Ham against are away to Leeds. And what we were saying about the the places that you don't want to go because of the fans and the and that Leeds is a tough place to go.
It is.
It's not those.
It'll be intimidating. It will be
and
loud.
especially for Southerners to go all the way up there. They don't like it.
Yeah.
So I it doesn't. When you can pick out you can go, I don't mind that fixture and I don't mind that fixture. But West Ham at the moment, they can't like any. Where is there a fixture apart from maybe Fulham that they?
Well, I mean,
they've got a like.
They were home to Brentford in their last game. You think, well, the new manager bounce. You're at home. You're playing Brentford. Brentford not a bad side, but they're not maybe what they were under Thomas Frank. And they got, it was only 2-0, but on the balance of play, West Ham weren't in the game. They were terrible. They were awful. They couldn't defend.
Okay, well, if you're a West Ham supporter, do you want to go away to Leeds? Not really.
No.
You don't want to be playing Chelsea at the moment. You definitely don't want to be playing Sunderland at the moment. I'd be worried about playing Newcastle. Fulham, maybe. United, again, this season is a different season than last season. They seem to be sort of gelling a little bit. You definitely don't want to be playing Brighton. Definitely, they've already been. Like Brentford's already. Liverpool. No, I mean, pick a fucking team that, if as a West Ham supporter at this moment, that you'd be like, at least we get a week.
It's a banker.
Off.
Yeah.
There isn't.
No, there's nothing.
There's
nothing.
Properly pissed off, and it weren't that long ago that they were chanting "Champions of Europe."
yeah. But
then they sacked the manager.
But they only won the Intertoto Cup.
But it's still.
Let's be honest.
Look, we all used to say that about we all used to say that about the Europa League, that it was a tin pot Champions League, and now we're saying the same thing about the Conference League.
The Intertoto T-Bob Cup.
The fact that they call it.
I'm only saying that because Palace are in it.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way. But if we get in it next year, I'll be like, no, it's a very important European competition.
This is what'll happen. They call it the European Conference League, and everyone takes the piss out of it. So they'll just change the name of it. The same way they changed the name of the Premier League, the same way they changed the name of the Championship, Champions League. Never used to be the Champions League, used to be a European trophy. They'll just. To make it a better thing, they'll just give it a different name to boost it. So it'll become then another trophy that people want to get, and West Ham have won it, right? But then when they won it, because it was not the most pretty football, and they didn't like. So then what do? They get rid of a manager that's got them top half Premier League positions. European trophy,
and won them a trophy, which
and I can't remember, but did pretty well in. I think was it the EFL Cup or the one of the two. It was one of the two. I can't remember which one it was. It was either that or it was the FA Cup.
They were a difficult team to beat, weren't they? And the West Ham fans didn't like the style of football, but he won them a trophy, but he
established them as a decent team as well.
That's careful what you wish for.
The trophy was fantastic
because. Look where they are now. They've been.
Ange won Spurs a trophy, but they were shit in the league. Whereas
Yeah.
West Ham weren't. They won a trophy and they were decent in the league.
They were. Yeah.
Now,
He was a good manager.
pick a
I don't care
fucking,
what anybody
like
says,
I
he's a good
said,
manager.
now you look at the teams that are in at the moment and what they're doing. As a West Ham supporter, I'd be scared going everywhere. I wouldn't be happy. Burnley.
That bottom six, I could see any of those bottom six going down.
Yeah.
You know when
I
we
agree.
were.
I
Just
agree.
on
I think
another note.
I think Burnley could be in trouble.
I'll just quickly bring this to something else. So, on another note, a while ago, before we started doing the podcast at the fantastic Hairy Dog, we did it at the equally fantastic New Oak. But Pat was an extremely good host for us.
He was
And
indeed.
one thing that we said when we were there is we said we wanted a couple more people to join the team. Didn't we?
Yes.
Do you remember saying
Yes.
we joined the team?
Yeah, absolutely.
We wanted a techie person.
Someone techie.
Do you remember
Yeah,
we said techie
because
person?
as you
Yeah.
have witnessed,
And then
that's not
do you
me.
remember the other person we said we wanted?
Yeah.
Stats.
Stato.
We wanted
want
a
a
stato,
stato.
didn't
We want a statistician. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we may have just found our off-camera stato.
Happy to do it.
Oh,
Happy
mate.
to do
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
I'm telling you, we're doing
Yeah.
it. We're doing
Yeah.
the podcast,
Yeah.
and we got it, and he's like that.
No, he's
Let me
yeah.
talk.
We might have stato.
I've got a stat on
We
that.
might have stato.
Yeah, I think we've found
I
our
love
stato,
that.
don't
I
you?
love that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
There you go.
No need for an interview. It's just it's done. Yeah.
It's done. Could you see him on his? He's like that on his phone. There you go.
Very good.
Fantastic.
Job
Right.
done.
We're gonna. I mean, we're nearly hitting an hour.
Yeah.
We haven't done our ad break yet. Go ahead to Villa 1 full time. Go ahead to Villa 1.
We're a Dutch team,
Oh.
What was that?
Europa League.
Oh, it's
Europa
Europa
League,
League.
yeah,
Europa League. Of course, it's Thursday night, isn't it?
Yeah.
Europa League games, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Europa
that
League.
that is a bit, yeah.
Yeah, Europa League.
Yeah.
Villa are losing to. They've lost.
It's
Villa
done
have
full
lost
time, yeah, full time.
full time. Villa have lost 2-1 to.
To a well-known brand of biscuits.
Yeah. Go
brand.
ahead.
Yeah.
Come
Come on. Go on, what we got? What we got?
Forest are up
Sad,
with
what a pity. Yeah.
Oh, Forest to be in Porto.
Forest to win.
Is that
Forest
that's
to
still playing? Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, still
okay.
going.
Yeah.
And we haven't done. Look, we sort of messed up a bit this week. 'Cause the first week that we've done all the we put it on the old laptop so we can follow. We haven't done the. I haven't gone to an ad break.
No, we haven't done it. Well,
No, we did the football goals thing. I haven't gone to an ad break. I'll find something. I'll find a bit in. I'll sling an advert in somewhere along the lines. So,
chuck it in there later.
any old, if anyone,
in there later.
if anyone watches this and they've got any suggestions of old adverts, if anyone watches this, and we've got suggestions of any old adverts that you think were funny back then, but wouldn't be allowed on TV.
The most inappropriate advert possible,
adverts.
please.
Yeah. Stuff that anything that you just would never be allowed on TV now. And send us your suggestions.
Send them our way. Send them our way.
They're the adverts that we play in our ad break, basically. But yeah, anything that's football related, beer related, chocolate related. There's so many that you.
Bonnie Blue related.
Do you know what I just? I don't. She went about that then. Do you know what? One of my favourite adverts, and I didn't even think about it until the other day. And I've been scrolling through fucking loads of adverts, trying to find really funny and good ones. And there's a lot out there. But the one that I haven't come across yet, and it just for some reason, I was thinking about it the other day. Do you remember the old Bollington's adverts, where it was like a really sexy?
Yeah, with
putting
God, what was her?
There was
her
like a
name?
really
The model.
gorgeous
The model. I can't remember her name.
She would put the
With
cream on her
the
face.
cream, the Boddington's
And then the
cream.
bloke walks in behind her. By heck, you look gorgeous tonight, pal. Do you remember them? And then he was like, she did one that was like an ice cream thing as well, but then there was loads of them.
That's out. We'll
There
find
was
it. We'll find
Bollingtons.
it. We'll
Anyway,
find it.
but I can't remember who the woman was, but it was
Melanie
Bollington.
Sykes.
Melanie Sykes, thanks, Stato.
Well done. Well done. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Melanie Sykes, yeah. Oh, Melanie Sykes. Honestly, Maxim magazine, Melanie Sykes, Thursday. Oh, glad my parents weren't in that night. Tell you, Dad was out playing snooker and Mum was working, and son had a Maxim magazine.
Did you take the advice? Did you take the advice of the Newcastle fans when that first Welbeck goal went in?
No, honestly. Yeah, better days. Better days when it being young, when you didn't have to take a pill to wank. Fantastic. Can't beat them days. Can't beat them days.
Or you can beat.
Can't beat them days. Didn't have to search through Newman's, did I? In them days, searching through
Camping section.
additives. What supplements? Testosterone supplements. What's this? The internet's telling me. What's it telling me? I've got to take this and I've got to do this. I didn't have any of that.
Going through the front of the catalogue. Lighting? No. Lingerie. Yes.
Lingerie. Oh, women's lingerie. The Freeman's catalogue. You know what I'm talking about. The old Freeman's catalogue. Mum's Freeman's catalogue on the side. Oh, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just looking what I want for Christmas, Mum. Yeah. I'll be down in 10 minutes.
If only she knew. If only she knew.
Christmas holidays.
I'm telling you. If only my mum knew. Why are these pages stuck together? It was my brother. I didn't touch it, was it? Like the old days, then. Eh? The good old days. The good old days.
Good old days.
Not like now when you can just... Well, you can't do it now, can you? You can't just go on and get porn anymore. You have to... They've blanked it.
Supposed to be for yourself.
No, they've done it. No, like my kids are fuming. They've got age-related. You have to sign in and verify your age.
Yeah, but I'm 50. Well, I can watch whatever I want.
Yeah, I know you can, but you have to verify it each time. Unless you get a VPN, lads. Unless you get a VPN. All them young kids out there that all of a sudden can't get Pornhub. Right? Get a VPN, boys. That's what I'm saying. Or United, all of a sudden, your internet provider thinks you're in the United States. I don't know how that works. How fucking quick did I get from being in England to the United States by a press of a button? Surely,
Taiwan.
Surely, O2's looking at my account going, hell, he's moving quick.
Yeah, is he?
Population outdoors quadrupled.
Is he an astronaut?
Yeah. Stato, how many people are in Albania at this precise moment? There's a lot of English. There's a lot of people with English email addresses that are all of a sudden in Albania.
Million.
The influx now.
The influx. There's ways around it, lads. That's all I'm
2.8
saying.
million people.
Oh, there you go then. And 1. When I get home. 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, the numbers are going up.
The numbers are going up.
Speak.
Very good, very good. Right, well, that's our hour up.
Yeah,
We're done.
that's it.
Done for a week.
We're done for the week. We'll be back next week. Next week, obviously, we've got the United. Well, we'll talk about all the football, but we've got the United game to talk about on Saturday. You know where I'm staying? Do you know where I'm staying for United? I'm staying at a hotel by Piccadilly Station, and it's called the Bull-Inn.
The Bull-Inn.
Good old Black Country Bull-Inn. Yeah, the Bull-Inn. Anyway, and then we've also got the Arsenal game, haven't we, on the Wednesday?
What old
The Carabao Cup game.
Carabao Cup game?
So we'll have a round of fixtures from the league, and a round of fixtures from the Carabao Cup to talk about next Thursday.
If Arsenal put in a shit team of kids,
please do that,
and then we can eke out a win, or they're not that bothered because they want the FA Cup, don't they?
I think they've got bigger. I think they've got bigger fish to fry. So,
bigger fish to fry.
Come on.
So it might get past that one.
Play the kids. 4-0.
There's a reason why we haven't talked about West Bromwich Albion this week, and we'll leave it at that. And anyone from Watford can go fuck themselves. And anyway, so we've because we're a football podcast, but Premier League. I mean, last time obviously we did speak about West Brom because we had a good
You
win.
talk about West Brom every week.
Yeah, but not when they lose. Can go fuck themselves.
Anyway, we'll have plenty to talk about next week, and hopefully some good things from a Brighton point of view as well. So, and Sunderland at Chelsea, 1-1. I agree, 1-1. Yeah.
And Newcastle.
If you haven't beaten Fulham, we'll be disappointed. We'll be disappointed.
Home game against Fulham. If you don't win that.
And then Spurs in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, Spurs.
Spursy. Yeah.
They're getting back to Spursy though, aren't they? They're not going to win anything now. They got Ange Postecoglou. Well, how many times is that man going to get sacked?
Well, I mean, who's going to give him a job now?
I thought it was a bit harsh getting sacked. Literally, like, I mean, he must have been in the fucking tunnel.
Well, did you see Marinakis? They showed it much today, didn't they? Marinakis was in his seat, in his throne, in his big red throne, and then he wasn't.
Yeah,
and you went,
just disappeared.
Oh, I'm fearing a little bit for Big Ange now.
Yeah,
while he was doing his little slow hand clap in the centre circle, you're like, oh god, yeah, he's either going to shoot you or you're sacked.
I didn't think he was a good manager to start with. I don't think he's a good manager now. I think he's going to be another one of those managers that gets passed around until it gets lower and lower and lower and lower. You know, like Pardew.
It is what it is, mate.
You know, like Pardew was like, you know, he had a good team and then it got passed around and then he got lower and then he got lower and then he got lower and when he got that low, he fucking managed West Brom. And it was one of those.
It's the graveyard.
It was just one of those. Yeah, it was one of those. You know, managers that just got, you know, what he did something good at some point way back when, and they didn't get relegated. So and then it just
enough to build a career on.
Pulis as well, fucking Pulis.
Good old Pulis.
Fuck, but we had really good managers that played really good football, and the whole thing about West Brom used to be that, well, at least we don't play like, all right, we'd be really good one week and not so good the next week, but at least we don't play like Stoke.
It's a good job we never talked about West Brom.
Pulis, and then and then West Brom get fucking Pulis in, and then we just become another fucking Stoke shit team and get relegated, and then they bring Pardew in, and then he's even worse, and then they bring Sam Allardyce in, and I don't know what he did.
Sam Allardyce, do you mean?
I think he was in charge. He took the money. He was in charge with us. I think he's the only one. I think, was it West Brom that he came to? He was only in charge for 4 games at the end of the season or something. And then he's the only person. It was a temporary. I can't remember if it was West Brom. But anyway. But then Sam Allardyce is the only person that beats Ange for the least amount of games played as a manager. And he was there. He was only supposed to be there for like a certain amount of games till the end of the season, just to sort of steady the boat. Stopgap. Yeah. Stopgap. Because he was never.
Was it when he managed Leeds? It was like he was 4 or 5 games, wasn't it? And Ange was 6, actually 8 games, I think.
Yeah, but what they're saying is Ange, because he was a permanent manager. Like when Dudar took over, he wasn't supposed to be. He was only supposed to be there for just like 4 games or 5 games at the end of the season. That was the only reason he was there. Whereas Ange literally was supposed to be there forever, and lasted like 6 games.
Yeah.
They've been. I mean, he's a shit manager. He's just going to do. He's going to do the same thing that. He's going to be another fucking Pulis. Well, I don't think so. I think he'll go. But like coaches like Ange, I think he's going to end up probably in America or somewhere like that.
He might or Saudi, or maybe he'll turn up as a national coach, because Mr. Potter's turned up this week, hasn't he? As the new Sweden manager. Which, to be fair, I think will probably suit him. You know, and that was where he made his name, wasn't it? Really, with Osterlands. and maybe we'll go the same way, but we'll see. Premier
Yeah.
League, no, not for either of them.
I don't
Yeah.
know, Potter. I used to say that I think Potter would make a good England manager because I think it's man management and tactics. That you can't coach football in the way you want things because you've got players that play so many different styles of football now. It used to be easier back in the day because everyone played 4-4-2.
Yeah, it's always all the same.
Whereas now it's so varied and so different to be an England manager. It's literally just tactics and man management, and that's it. If you can work that out, you can build up a good team.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Italian team that beat us in the Euros, I don't think we're especially a good team. But the manager knew how to get the best out of players, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I agree.
And it shows because they won it.
Yeah.
And I think Potter
I agree.
I think Potter's got that in him. Tactics and man management. That's what he's good at. So.
Might do well for the Swedes.
Yeah, I know from Brighton point of view, we like to give Potter shit, and it's very funny when he gets sacked from every club he goes to because he ran off to Chelsea. But I think he'd be all right as an international manager.
Yeah.
I think he'd do well. I mean, what's his face? It was who was boss? He wasn't Barcelona, was he? No, he was Brazil's manager. And then he went to Chelsea, didn't he? And a fucking horrible time at Chelsea. I mean, he won. Scolari.
Yeah.
So Scolari, as a club manager, didn't really ever produce anything.
No.
But as a national manager, oh my God, the players that he had.
I mean, it did help that he was managing Brazil.
Okay, but we've said, how many times have we seen it? How many times have we seen it where you've got 5 world-class players, individuals? We've seen it in England. We've seen it in many places. Belgium, you've seen it in France. But they just don't gel because, I mean, the France team at the moment should be killing everybody. But they play as individuals. They don't play together as a team. So unless you've got that person,
you
to link them up.
You need the coach to do it.
When you've got a team, I fully appreciate when you've got, when you've got R9, when you've got Ronaldinho, Robinho, Carlo. When you've got these, please, the list goes on. But that amount of truly world-class players in a team together could implode. It could very well get disruptive. It could very well.
Well, there's a lot of egos, but you've got that many players that.
So to have a manager that can keep all of them in control and keep all of them on the same page and keep the tactics the way he wants it, you've got to be a strong character. And Scolari was. Yeah, it never quite worked out for him in club football. Yeah, what he achieved in international football was beyond. So hopefully, I think Potter's a good shout. I think he'd be a good. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, but I think he'll be a good international manager. I think it's definitely a good. He's had some torrid times in the last couple of clubs he's been in, as I say. Yeah. I think it'll be a break, but I think it'll be a nice change, a nice break. See what he can achieve out of this. I think he'll be all right.
Agreed.
Right, that's it for today.
Let's wrap it up.
Cheers, boys.
Thank you very much, guys.
We're going to finish as always.
We're going to finish our beers. We're going to go queue up for a piss, and then we'll see you on the next one.
See you next week.
Thanks, guys.
1980s Albert Paris.